I'm Lucianna Whittle. I'm an artist based in Hove and I make large-scale abstract oil paintings. My interest has always been in the experience of the viewer. I've had profound experiences myself in art galleries looking at paintings, and I've always been fascinated by this mysterious power that painting has to kind of arrest time and make you incredibly aware of the present moment and have some sort of dialogue flowing, like an inner and outer sort of conversation. And my motivation as a painter is to try and get closer to that experience. And I believe that by occupying that kind of conscious space while I'm painting, I can translate some of that experience in the finished work. I think paint to sort of capture some of that magic and make something that's kind of timeless and also just a unique kind of portal or experience. Visitors to my studio can expect to see lots of really colourful abstract paintings. They're going to be some work in progress, some finished and framed. The idea is that you can kind of come in and let the work kind of work inside you, and you can start to tell your own stories about what you're seeing. You can go as deep or as shallow as you like, and there'll just be lots to see. So I did my fine art painting degree in Bath, and it was just an incredible experience to be immersed in so much beauty. And then I moved to Brighton to do my master's degree, which was in cultural and critical theory. And the idea behind that was to find out more about the aesthetic experience. So I looked at Enlightenment philosophers like Kant and people further down the line to sort of understand about the sublime. And I found that by doing a lot of research into what philosophers thought was happening in this kind of moment of transcendence, I really, really enjoyed writing about it, but I found that ultimately the answer comes through painting, not through reading and talking and writing. So for me, that really kind of solidified that painting's where it's at for me, and I've been doing it ever since. So I do title my paintings, but at the same time I wouldn't say I'm necessarily the author of the titles. It's really strange, but it's like the painting and I go on a journey while they're kind of being developed, and I'm learning from the painting as much as I'm trying to kind of impart my own feelings onto it. So I kind of do a bit of journaling while I'm painting, and we have this sort of reciprocal dialogue. And at the end of the painting process, when I feel like it's resolving or it's nearing completion, I'll just start jotting down a few words, and then usually something will pop into my head which might feel like it's kind of encapsulated what that journey's been about, and that becomes the title. But I'm very clear that they're more like poetic nudges rather than descriptive titles, so it's not like the viewer can come into the space and read the title and then have like an instruction, or that's what I'm supposed to feel, or I'm looking for that thing within the painting. It's much more like an invitation to sort of openness, and maybe the words sit with you, maybe they don't, but I think I like them to have a title. It just gives them a bit of an identity. I've always loved abstract painting, and I really feel like it's infinite. I never feel like I'm running out of places to explore. I think paint is just this magical alchemical material. People have been using paint for hundreds of thousands of years. People might say, oh, painting is dead in this moment of time, or painting is dead then, or it's running out of... It's not true. People will always paint, and for me it's like a way of developing self-knowledge and a way of sharing something with the audience. And it's kind of this really sort of pertinent language where you're not filtering experience through words, which can be quite limiting, but actually you can, it's just infinite. There are just so many ways of using paint. I've kind of developed this almost watercolour technique with my oils, where I'm dispersing pigment in a lot of medium and then pouring, and it kind of makes these little journeys and settles in different positions. And so it's kind of partially not accidental, but it's like, you know, the paint is having a voice and I'm having a voice, and we're together trying to form something into a sort of composition. So I feel like the possibilities are endless with abstraction, and you know, I see new work all the time by other artists and I think, wow, I've never thought to do that. It's just phenomenal, it's brilliant. I think I will always make abstract paintings. I think I'm completely in love with oils. Music is a really important part of my practice as well, because I feel like I can draw from loads of different musical disciplines and almost borrow from the experience of musicians or composers who throughout centuries have kind of tried to pull down something kind of magnificent from nowhere, and then we have music in the world, and it evokes feelings and it expresses things. So when I'm painting, I will always listen to music, whether it's something contemporary or classical, and it, in a way, I feel like I'm in the company of other people that are trying to be like really creative in a really pure sense, and also it can kind of occupy the thinking part of my brain so that I'm free to just flow. It's like a right brain, left brain thing, and when music is on, I'm less in my head, I'm less thinking, what am I doing, how's this working, but I'm more just letting the paint guide me. So again, it just feels like having a partner or something, you know, you've got the music and you've got the paint, and it's just this like generative space. It's really fun. I like the idea of art being a portal. I think there are so many non-scientific ways of understanding the world, and I think there's a place where science kind of takes off and art takes off, and they probably do meet in the middle. And I really like to kind of hang out in that realm and explore the, you know, different expressions of being, different kind of attitudes of experiencing things, where you are you, but you're kind of out of context. You know, we're not sort of trapped in this cultural, societal space where everything's quite identifiable and defined, and you can kind of more just be. It's really just about this flow state of just being and not thinking, and I think that's just as valid as being in your head and putting words to everything, and the normal kind of dialogue. So do come and visit in the Artists Open House Festival. I'm at Studio 106 in Poets Corner in Hove. We're part of the West Hove Arts Trail. There's 17 artists here with a wide range of media, so it's well worth a visit. My website is luciannawhittle.com. My Instagram is @luciannawhittle. I'm represented by George Gallery, which is georgegallery.co.uk, and the Instagram is @georgegalleryofficial.